Thank you for that. Wow. This is like my sign at the door. Dolly has been here. It's like a blessing upon your doorway. Oh, oh, sorry. It's early. I'm gonna be doing road tripping, I do suppose. Get you out of my way. Ow. Ow. His static is strong. Hmm. Baba. Baba. What is wrong with you? Are you okay? Hmm? Mm-hmm. Hi, Paul. Good morning. Hi, Chu. How are you? Chu, what is really your name? Jack says maybe it's time to eat. Maybe not. Are you going to go around in circles a couple times till you decide? Hmm? Hi, good morning. Good morning, honey. Good morning, my little one. We have not been outside yet this morning. Huh. Where's my zipper? Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Part of my zipper broke. This is my favorite shirt, jacket, sweater, whatever. And the little hangy thingy on the zipper to make it easier to move is broke. I hate it when it happens. All right. Ugh. All right, Jackie, give me a minute, all right? Give me a minute. I think we're going to take him out. But first, let's put that on live chat. All right, Jackie Poo. Where are you? There you are. Happy Monday morning. Let's turn that down. There we go. Yes, we definitely need glasses. Milkman. Milk and love. Awesome. Thank you. I love milk. I love cheese even more. I love me some cheese. Are you cheesy, Jack? No, but your mom is. Let's go. Oh, she's also very klutzy. Sorry. I've never been accused of being graceful. Hail Mary, Mother of God, full of grace. Full of grace. See, I am not full of grace. Maybe I'm a different kind of grace. Oh, I know. It's snowy out. Back up. You just wait, buddy. Ooh. All right, I smell nothing. But it's still lightly snowing. Nothing like your house, I bet, Paul. We just got a dusting. Ooh, nice strong wind though, man. Jack was checking for us. Funny. Good morning, Anthony. How are you? Ooh. It's only going to be like 29 today. Yesterday morning, remember yesterday it was like 45 and warm? Oh, easy. I'm going to come through and take the camera out. Maybe not the camera, the tripod. Come on, buddy. Oh, man. I think he's having fun. Yeah, you. Come on, let's go. That's my boy. You wanted to come in, didn't you? It's cold. Did I get both box? Hi, sweet boy. Are you ready to go eat? Uh-oh. Jack is ready. Man, I swear I just saw a shadow moving there. Wow, it's got the heebie-jeebies. Hello, Jackie. Say yum yum. Yes, go ahead. All yours. He made me make it for him last night. Acted like he was starving. And so I made it for him and then he didn't eat it. It's tricky. I got a copyright notice for that yesterday. Oh well, it was worth it. It's tricky. I met a little girl. I really don't know the words to any of it. Oh. Hi Megan, good morning. Kyle Candy Bars, hello. Nino, hi Nino. Oh my goodness, how are you, my friend? Ooh, is it cold for you? Scusi, I need this, I need this. I have a can of like, I don't think it really works. Static guard. I really don't think it works. Sorry, Jack. Just a little bit, Megan. I don't think we'll get any more. We weren't even supposed to get that. How could the weatherman not see that ahead of time? Okay. Ba-bum. The weather girl? Sure, I don't care. The weather person. I'm not hung up on did a male, female. Nope, don't care. Doesn't matter. Whatever. He, her, it, they, them. How are you, Wasa? Good to see you, my friend. They're all weather girls now. I'd rather watch a weather girl than a weather guy, anyways. I think I have to blow my nose. Is that good stuff, Jackie? Megan says, how are you and Jack doing today? I did make my cookies. It was good yesterday. Ah, yummy. Sounds wonderful, Megan. Yeah, we're good. Thank you. Wasa says, Big Deborah used to be a weather girl, but she was a little flat. No. Anthony says, LOL, easier to watch a weather girl. I'm already, oh no, you did not say that. You know, that went through my mind. I was like, yeah, then guys can joke about how it was a woman. But we all have our little judgments and preconceived notions, and interesting. Right, Paul? Ross is laughing. Whatever. Megan says you have more snow again. Yes, but just a little bit, Megan. I'm hoping no more, as it's still lightly snowing. We have some serious wind. But no snow in the forecast at all. All right. Anthony is laughing. I'm just teasing. My closest friends are women and family members. I respect my twin sister. I don't remember you mentioning. Oh, your twin. Redheads. Is that what you mean? Megan says Jack's really hungry today. He just really likes this food. Anthony says, no, I have an actual twin named Ireland. I think I remember the Ireland name. That's just what you say, Anthony. Hey, Anthony, how long have you been hanging around like social media? Ouch. I was trying to think if I've ever met the same variety of people in real life as I have on the internet. Oh, what was that in my hair, Jack? How are you, Kyle? Uh-oh. All right, let's find out what Jack's up to. Bubba. Hey, you better not be wiping on the couches. Come on. Out. Oh, I'm so mad at you. Come on. You know, I took the couch cover and chair covers off in the living room, and it was a mistake. It was a mistake on my part. But you know what? You can't keep stuff perfect all the time. It's just getting water, I think, now. Dang it, Jack. Anthony says I've only been on live streams maybe 6 months, but I haven't had Facebook or anything like that in 10 years. It used to be a bad boy. I'll just say that. Online or in real life. I suppose if you're a redhead, there's a little bit of a mischievous side. A fun troublemaker. Right, Jack? Is that it? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go kick that bowl around some more. We have to go turn that. I am really hooked on this Sailing with Six on YouTube. I'm hooked on it. Hi, are we done? Hey, let's do it right here. You know. Why you gotta pick all the clean stuff? What's the matter? Surely it's not because I won't let you wipe your face on my clean bench. Surely that's not what you're whining about. There you go. Right there. Oh, all over my blankie. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead, Bubba. Have at it. It's all yours. Go ahead. I'm going to let you. Oh, good burp. That was a really good burp, Jack. What do you want? What is it? What can I help you with, sir? Are you okay? Are you all right? You're a good boy. Let's see. Anthony says, both my exes always seem to find me again on social media, and I used to be quite the drinker in my younger days. So, out of respect for my relationship at the time, deleting social media was smart. that is very, very thoughtful of you. Skirt, unless you were up to something, and that was just your excuse. Okay. I guess that's my whole point. You meet all sorts of people on the internet, just like you would in real life. And sometimes you start to question reality. Jackie, where'd you go, buddy? Ooh. Oh, what are you doing, silly boy? Hmm? Uh-oh. Yes, you uh-oh. Hi. You better leave it alone. You better not, sir. All right, let's do this, Jack. Hmm? This is what I'm going to do, Jack. Right here. Oh, such a good burp. Good job, Jack. Now, if I could only find my glasses. There they are. Much better. Jack, I'm just not up for chasing you around. You decide where you want to be. I'm going to be right here waiting for you, okay? How's that? Does that sound good to you? You let me. Oh, goodness. You slipped. Them hairy feet. I started cutting his feet yesterday, cutting the hair on his feet. Bubba, come on. Hi, Carl. How are you? Well, Paul says if you're under 60, you're still young. Aw. Listen, I think people are going to start living to be 120. So at 60, you're just halfway there. You are not old. Oh. What do you think, Jackie Pill? Mm-hmm. Perfect. Perfection. Only thing I need is a nice warm corn bag for my back, and I'd be in heaven. Hi, Sue. How are you, man? Oh, and how are you doing? How's your weather? Just when Sue Paul is in Pennsylvania, she's getting some of that weather also. Paul says 120. I hope not. Aw. Oh, well, yeah, I guess it's how you look at it. Just when Sue says can't sleep, we just got about 4 to 5 more inches of snow. Man. Well, be careful, you guys. Carl says America doesn't have trains. They don't have the kind of train system you guys do, Carl. That's for sure. I forgot I turned the washer on. Carl, how are you? How did you said you were going live on Facebook yesterday. How'd that go? Okay, was just making sure it was just the washer. Oh, Carl said it went brilliant. Nice. I'm glad. Huh. Wow. Hmm. Interesting. Anthony says, Anthony says, I don't know where you guys are all from, but growing up in New York was a whole different ball game. I grew up rough with a thick skull. LOL. Glad I grew out of that. Oh, yeah. Carl says we've seen a new train. Nice. Uh huh. Where did you see the new train? At the train station next to you, Carl? Huh. Anthony said, do I collect antiques? A little bit. Just a little bit. And sometimes I collect junk and think it's antiques, but it's really just junk. I was thinking about if I had to, say, I had to live in a tiny house, what things would I keep if I really had to scale down? Paul says, I like the old steam engine trains. What about you, Carl? Anthony says, my grandmother collected both junk and antiques. She very much became a hoarder, but she knew where everything was, so she didn't see a problem. You know, my thing is, I save stuff like out of places that I loved. and and then I have things like old antique chair legs. They're just spindles. There's nothing special about them, but I love the way the white paint is kind of chipped off and just the right. And I feel like I could do something with that one day. I have so many collections of things that I could do something with that one day. I feel like I am turning into a bit of a hoarder. And I'm running out of closet space. All my closets are pretty full at this point. Oh, Paul says my parents collected antiques. Carl says America doesn't have steam trains. Not anymore. There's none, Carl. But what's your favorite trains, Carl? You all right, Jackie? Huh? Are you all right? He's a good puppy. You ate all your food. Oh, you're full, isn't it? That's it. You are stuffed. I get it. Are you stuffed like a stuffed pepper, huh? Yes? Sorry. How are you? Oh, yeah. There you go. He's making some weird noise. Are you comfy, Baba? Huh? Carl says America needs to be shut down. Oh no. Wow, Carl. We're shutting America down. Alrighty then. No farting, Jack. Bye bye. Dun, dun, dun. Like that right there. No, I can change sheets. No big deal. Uh, uh, uh. is wrong with my... I'm coming, buddy. Carl, shutting America down. Oh, oh, oh. Let me get it. Let me get it. It's okay. Boy, it will help you. I promise. I promise it will help you. You won't go slip sliding away. There we go. Thank you. I know. You're such a baby. Let me see. Just let me see for a few minutes. Oh, stop growling. You're such a baby. Such a baby. It's okay, baby. I know. Okay. You're a bad boy. You're not very nice. You're not very nice. No, you're not. See me jump? The scissors in my hand. Don't make me jump like that, sir. It's not very smart. Mm-mm. You could have an accident, you know. Uh-oh. Hi, Karen. Karen says chat later. Here in Massachusetts, having another bad snow. A blizzard. Had on this past Saturday, yesterday, on Sunday, and today. Monday too. Jack is all right. Well, thank you for letting us know, Karen. Are you better now? Rotten. The most rotten dog in the world, right here. Get growly. Can I do one more? Would you let me do it one more time? Right here? Okay. Are you sure? Wait, you sure? Jack has very strong opinions about this. Are you sure? Okay. I'll leave you. We got a little bit done. This is why it takes forever. And this is why I just don't bother. It's too much stress on both of us. Because when he gets growly at me like that, I get mad. So, it's just too much stress, huh, Jack? Think you got over 29 inches of snow? Really, Karen? Wow. That is a lot. How much do you think you're at now, Paul? We should keep a running poll of snow totals. And don't look at me like that. Don't ask me to come over there and pet you no more either, grumpy boy. You just hang out with Deborah. It's fine. You deserve each other. You wait till I get Rose. You just wait. Carl says, what is snow? Do you never get snow, Carl? Never, ever, ever? That's what we need. Huh. All right. Coffee, please. Don't look at me like that. You're a rotten dog. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean it. I said it, I mean it. Your head looks so tiny. Why does your head look so tiny, Jack? Paul says frozen rain is what snow is. And Carl says he very rarely gets snow. Well, I hope it stays that way for you, Carl. God knows you get enough rain. Karen says Emily loves playing in the snow, but not this time because it's too much snow. I'm hoping spring gets here soon. Me too. I think we all are ready for spring. And then it'll be summertime and everybody will be complaining about how hot it is. Right, Jack? Carl says it's spring here already. Is your seasons different than ours, Carl? Hi, Jack. Hi. Are you sorry? I know. It's just over. It's just over. No, I'm not. No. Stop. Stop. You're gross. Boys are gross. Hey, Carl, thank you for commenting on one of my shorts yesterday. Wow. Huh, Jack, say thank you so much, Carl. Where did you go, Jackie Boo? Yeah. There we go. Is that puppy you? Hmm? Is that you up there? Come over here. If you let me cut the hair on your feet, you wouldn't slide so much. Go ahead. There's my boy. Good morning. Anthony says, I think Big Deborah loves me. She's just playing hard to get. And Paul says Jack's got skills. He's real skillful about making a lot of noise. Don't look. All right. Check. Okay. First off, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do a poll about the snow. How many options can I add? How we don't want to do much. How many inches, right? Where's Marlon? I blame him. Here we go. All right, there we go. Anthony says, "What's for breakfast this morning, Kat? Got anything in mind?" Yes, leftover oatmeal. I made too much oatmeal yesterday, so I have some left over. And I meant to soak some beans last night. Beans are not my favorite, but they're cheap and they're healthy, so yeah. I'm sure I could find a way to make them taste better than just, I don't know. I'm going to have to find some recipes or something. In my oatmeal, salt, sugar, vanilla, raisins, lots of cinnamon. I think that's it. What about you? Where do you stand on the great raisin debate? You're right, Baba. To raisin or not to raisin? That is the question. That should be our poll. Our poll should be to raisin or not raisin. What is your opinion? You know, the mountains are so pretty here in Tennessee. I mean, they're not California mountains or Colorado mountains, but they're pretty just the same. Hi, corrupted. Oh, Anthony. Another one. I hate raisins and I don't really eat oatmeal that often. I like grits though. What do you put in your grits then? There you go. Salty or sweet? Which way do you go? Paul, Paul, you are my friend. You are truly my friend. I think raisins are delicious too. No, corrupted. Grits are corn and oatmeal is oats. But obviously you don't eat either one, right? Ooh, cheese grits from the Waffle House? Oh my goodness. Yep, I like cheese grits from the Waffle House. But grits are versatile. They can be salty or sweet. Anthony says salt, pepper, and cheese. Okay, you're a cheese grits kind of person. I like it. Paul says, but I like everything. Aw. I do for the most part too. All right, damn it. I need a little spray thingy. There we go. Okay, what is it? When I stand up, my nose clears up. When I'm sitting down, my nose clogs up. What am I doing differently, standing up versus sitting down? What's that about? I'm going to ask ChatGPT. I've already said good morning to it, so. Why does my nose clog up when I'm sitting down and talking, but when I stand up and talk, it clears or opens up? Oh, it says what you're describing is actually very common and mostly comes down to gravity, blood flow, and how your nasal tissues respond to pressure and posture. Huh. So I need to sit up and sit straight, probably, right? Very interesting. Sit up straight, girl. I'm such a slumper. I just like to be slumpy. Oh my goodness. Paul, I do not have high blood pressure. Carl says no breakfast. You're not having breakfast? Or do you think my nose is doing that because I've not had breakfast? Or are you saying no breakfast for you, Cat? We were talking about breakfast and you said no breakfast. Are you not having breakfast, Carl? Sometimes Carl does this fasting. I don't know if he does it on purpose, but somebody has rice on the floor. Sir, you're not impressed? Okay. How's your feet? I'm just looking. I'm just looking. Just let me see those hairy feet. Let me see. No growling at mom. You're not allowed. What do you think I should do? Give him snacks as I'm petting his feet and have him associate me messing with his feet with snacks? What do you think, Jack? Huh? Look at all that hair. It's okay. It's all right. Yes. It's okay. Good boy. I know you're nervous. It's okay. Easy. I just want to love on you. Goodness. You're so funny. We love you. Don't be mad. It's okay. Ooh, you're so rotten. My dog is so rotten. All right. Whatever, Jack. That's right. Carl has high blood pressure. That's because Carl worries about everything, don't you, Carl? You worry a lot. Anthony says, not me, Paul. I don't eat everything or eat from just anywhere. I'm very picky on whose food I eat. Mm. I'm more picky about what's on my TV than what I eat. Isn't that funny? Paul says, I kept passing out the last 2 months. You found out you have high blood pressure. Oh, you were passing out. Wow. Wassa says to somebody, why? Oh, I see a message was deleted. 190 over 90. That sounds terrible. Hi, Frenchie. Frenchie says he smashed the like button. That's enough. Thank you. Anthony says, LOL, Cat, your city doesn't have rats the size of small dogs. You're right, but I thought you lived in the country. More in the country in New York. Hi, Mr. Dollar City, how are you? Barack says, I thought she might have been. Huh. So we don't know. Mr. Dollar City, good morning, and how are you? Carl says that Diana lives in New York. Really? So you have Diana, Rich, Ivy, and I heard, oh yeah, New York Debs and Anthony are all our friends that live in New York. Who else, Carl? Bubba, you itchy or what? Hmm? Hmm? Anthony says, LOL. No, that was Marlon's assumption that I didn't correct him on, so I guess that's my mistake. So you do live in the city. Y'all confuse the heck out of me. Oh, Carl says that Diana lives in Manhattan. Nice. See, I think Marlon was correcting me that not all of New York is New York City. Sounds like you're right. I see how that happened. So when are you going to come visit America, Carl? Anthony says yes, right on the border of Brooklyn and Queens, but I do have family in upstate New York, Syracuse to be exact. Have you ever heard of the Catskill Game Farm? I hear it's closed down. That was one of my favorite memories. I have pictures of when I was a little kid being there with my grandparents. Carl says never again until the president steps down. Well, that's going to happen eventually, anyways, Carl. I mean, that's a done deal, right? Everybody rejoice. He won't be there forever. Wassa says, no offense, Anthony. What did you say, Wassa? I don't know if you guys are noticing it, but sometimes, well, we've had people mention it here, but I've noticed that yogis too. That not everything you type in is showing up. Right? Anthony says, no offense to what? To what, Wassa? I didn't see what you said. Isn't that funny? It didn't show up. It didn't show up as it being a held message. It just didn't show up. I really think YouTube is due for some more updates, or the last set of updates may have messed some things up. Oh, Wassa said, I just said I wouldn't want to live in a big city like New York. I think it would stress me out. I think I'd be very stressed out. Too much hectic energy. What do you do for a living in New York, Anthony? Sit up straight, cat. See if your nose clears up. Hi. Hello, beautiful puppy. Paul says, I like nature too much to live in a city. And Anthony says, living in a big city has its pros and cons. The same as living in a small town. Same as living in a small town would, I assume. In small towns, everyone is in your business. I guess it depends on who you associate with. I wonder. Hi, Coffee Cake. Oh my gosh. Good morning. It's so good to see you, my friend. Ba, ba, ba. How are you? Vecta, hi. Why are you scared? Good. It's good to see you, by the way, Vecta. What's going on, my friend? Carl says goodbye. Aw, bye, Carl. Um, Coffee Cake says she's doing okay, and how are you? We're pretty good, thank you. Um, I feel like I saw you maybe at Daisy's or Chris's the other day, or Dolly's. I've been kind of like I'm very confused. I don't remember where I've been. And Wassa lives in Portland, Oregon. Oregon's just a really interesting state. Vecta says in jail is a bad person. A narco was killed and they are revenging his death. Is this on a TV show? Wassa says later, Carl. Good to see you. And Coffee Cake says hi, Carl and Wasamata. Wasamata says hey, Coffee Cake. You were in Yogi's. I saw you somewhere other than Yogi's, I could swear, or somebody said your name. One of the two. Because Yogi's would be normal for me to see you there. And I feel like I hadn't seen you in a while. No matter. Yogi's is probably it. Anthony says, I love your name, Coffee Cake. Mm-hmm. Vecta says they even are burning cars and buses. Where is this? Oh, Vecta doesn't live here, right, Vecta? Where do you live? What country do you live in? Wow, I couldn't see the chat you just read. See, I'm telling you, something's going on with YouTube. Paul says, does it rain a lot in Portland? And Wazza says, Paul, not nearly as much as it used to rain, though. He says yes, but not nearly as much. Vector, where are you? Mexican Guadalajara. Okay, Jalisco is the name. Um, so this is going on near where you live, my friend? Carl says you wouldn't see me, Tina, or Allie in Yogi's. All right, Carl. You're lost, my friend. The coffee cake says, my chats have been disappearing in some streams. Yes. Anthony says, Mexico is a battlefield. Vecta says, yeah. Well, we'll be praying for you, Vecta. I'm sorry. I could see how that'd be very, very scary. But I guess I would say trust your parents and stay close to home. Wassa says, Carl, I've seen you at Yogi's. You won't see me there again. Carl, I love you. Even though I joke about you a little bit. Yogi, or not Yogi, but Carl is gosh. Huh. Would it be like an enigma wrapped in a ball of contradictions? Something like that. Wassa says, I don't understand. Oh, Carl's just a bundle of contradictions, that's all. Hi, buddy. It's okay. Hi, Nordic. How are you? Wassa says, okay, I'll live with the mystery. I would just say that maybe the YouTube chat glitch will be fixed within time. I'm sure they know about it. What are you doing? Hmm? Did you say what you do in New York, Anthony? Or were you keeping that close to vest? If so, that's fine. Anthony says to Coffee Cake, I'm doing great. Typical morning for me. Coffee with Cat, then off to Yogi's before I head to work. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for hanging out with us. A couple weeks, I'll be heading off to work too. I'll be over here sitting in my corner, putting my makeup on, stressed out, worried because my uniform doesn't fit me anymore. Coffee Cake says, that's great, Anthony. Yes, it is great. I agree. Anthony says, yes, the water department. Nothing in my life is a mystery. Ask and you shall receive. Okay. Oh, so, were you here when we were talking about the water supplies being all highly questionable nowadays? All right, we really need to put our credit in here. Let's do that real quick. Oh, Jackie Poo, you're the cutest puppy ever. Hi, Anna. Good morning. She says, good morning, Cat. Good morning, Jack. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sweet Anna. It's good to see you, my friend. Wassa says, my pants from last winter wouldn't fit me either. Wouldn't even zip up if pulled up. My big thing is just how much muffin top do I have? And because our uniforms are kind of, I don't know, I think they kind of show everything. So there's a certain amount of muffin top I will accept and tolerate, and some is just goes way too far. Lassa says, I've never been a chunker. I've been a chunker before. My little self weighed 180 pounds at one time. Anthony says, muffin top, that's a new one for me. Is it really? Well, you're not a girl. You don't talk to your sister much. Is that it? Anna says, good morning to Wassa. Wassa says, hey, Anna. Hey, girl, hey. Hamilton, how are you, my friend? It's good to see you. I'm not sure where he's going. Paul says, I wish I would have had a sister. No siblings, Paul? Hamilton St. I says, hey, it's you and Cat&Jack again. I missed you. We've missed you too. I thought about you the other day. Jack, where are you at, buddy? Really? Again. Okay. I guess we're doing the outside thing again. Can you hear the excitement in my voice? I'm so excited about it. All right, coffee, phone. Hi, Rosie. Rosie says, came to say hi for a little and then sleep. I have school, otherwise I would stay longer. Well, I appreciate you just stopping by, Rosie. Thank you, ma'am. How are you doing? Oops. Jack wants out again, by the way. You couldn't figure that out. What Jack wants, Jack gets. Baba. But that doesn't mean we're not going to check for skunks again. We most certainly are. Yes, we are. Hi, Mickey. Good morning. Wassa says my real name is CD. I do remember that. Anthony says very close with my twin sister. My older sister grew up in a group home for an eating disorder clinics. My twin doesn't care what anybody thinks of her weight. I heard it. I didn't know what it meant. Oh, well, now you know, right? Right, you're looking. Now you're looking, aren't you? Yep, it's this stuff. It's when your waist gets a little too big for your britches. And like I said, I like a little bit of extra just because when you get sick, you need that extra weight. But, yeah. Watch out, buddy. Let me go first. Woo. still cold. Still snowing a little. Good for your sister. I wish I didn't care. But I think I also, it's not that like I'm trying to impress anybody in my life. I'm not trying to catch a man or anything. I guess it's just what I'm comfortable with. I'm comfortable being just like Goldilocks, right in the middle. Oh, thanks, Mickey. Mickey says, for me, you are my kind sis. I hope you and Jack are doing great and doing well. We are, thank you. What was that noise? You hear my wind chimes going. Hurry up, Jack. Do your thing, buddy. Hamilton says, are you feeling any better? Have you returned to work? No. I am in the process of getting my medication. I'm supposed to go back to work middle of March. I'm hoping I get my medication and have a few weeks of it being in my system, because it's more of an accumulative kind of thing. It doesn't happen immediately. But placebo effect, that's a real thing for me. Thank you for asking, Hamilton. Oh, Chili. Wassa says, I'm just playing. That's my alias, CD character. My friend's parents used to say I was a bit of a CD character. Oh, I get it now. How funny. Anthony says, Paul, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Both my older brother and younger brother have passed. They were 19 and 17 at the time, and I was 18. Very hard loss still. I missed Paul's comment. 2 brothers, not really close. Haven't seen my older brother for 23 years. Wow. 4 brothers. I've lost 2. They were all younger, and both of them to unaliving themselves. Supposedly the second one did too, but I don't quite believe that. I think he was murdered in the Virgin Islands because he was a little bit of a punk, and he had an addiction problem. And I think he came across some people who don't play. But I know about losing siblings, so I feel for you guys. Come on, Jack, I'm freezing. Come on. You coming? Something smells funny. My little compost pile yesterday smelled so bad I had to throw it outside. Come on, hurry, it's cold. I'm freezing. You feel good? You feel a lot better? Yes. All right. Oh, man. Let me take my boots off, buddy. These boots weren't made for walking. Okay. Got it. Where are you at? Are you in the living room? I think you are. I think you're a stinky butt boy. Oh, it's so bright. Oh, Rosie, I love you too. Rosie says, love you, Jack. Good night, everyone. Good night, Rosie. Sweet dreams, my friend. Hamilton says, I'm sorry you're still battling, but I'm hoping that you are on the mend. Yes, definitely. May I ask what condition you are treating? Asthma. but it is, they thought it was COPD at first. It's uncontrolled asthma, so it's called EA, eosinophilic asthma. And there is a shot, a neurologic, that is very helpful. That's what I'm waiting on. It's just super expensive, and there's all this red tape with insurance companies and pharmacies, and that's all I'm waiting on, really. Ooh. Rosie sends love to everyone. Wassa says something smells funny like that. Watch out for Sasquatch. Well, maybe a Sasquatch. Yes, it was definitely a weird smell like that. Anthony says, yes, that's my story, Cat. Both unalived themselves 8 months apart. After my father's car accident, my older brother. Oh my gosh. Well, one of those was similar. Yeah. I'm really sorry. That's tough, right? Me and my brother, who was closest to me, had a pact. When the youngest did it, we had a pact we would not go out like that. So when he did, it was just highly questionable. Coffee Cake says, oh no, Anthony, peace to your heart, yes. Coffee Cake says, Wassa, I finally subbed you. I thought I was already, but I am now. Great videos. Wow, Paul says, I was accidentally shot when I was 14 in the house on Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness. What happened? Jack, are you staying in here? Should I just turn on the light and sit down? As soon as I do, he's going to want to get up. He's going to say, let's go. I don't even have my coffee. I agree. Anthony says, thank you. They say it gets easier, but it doesn't. You just learn to live with it. And Wessa says, I was accidentally shot by my roommate in the middle of a home invasion attempt on us. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wild stuff, y'all. Hi, Debbie. Debbie says, I'm a new subscriber from California. And hello, my prayers go out to everyone to have peace tonight and every day after. Thank you for that blessing, Debbie. That was very nice of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In California, wow. Are you Northern California or Southern? Are you warm or cold right now? Here we go. Coffee Cakes has never been shot, but had those put to my head during a robbery. Oh my gosh. Wow. Coffee Cake says, thanks, Debbie. Hi, and welcome. And, oh, thank you, Coffee Cake. Wassa says it was only a grazing. Hurt like heck though. Wow, and wild. That's just crazy. Debbie says you're welcome and thank you too. Oh, Wassa said I had to reword that 3 times before it would post. Huh, interesting. Anthony says, unfortunately, I wasn't in a place at the time where I could really show my grief. And I kept it bottled up, which doesn't help, I guess. What else was I to do? I was in a state of survival at that point. I get it. Where are you going, Jack? I knew it. All right. Bubba, where are you at now? I know where you're going. He's getting water. Okay. We'll let him get his water. Meet us in here, Jack. This is where we'll be. Waiting for you. Just waiting for you. There we go. You wait here. As if you have a choice. Wassa said, I had a friend who did the same when we were 19. Felt like a betrayal at the time. It kind of does, doesn't it? You go through all the emotions, all of them. All right. There's my boy. Good morning, Jack. Are you good now? Are you good? All right. You're on pause, right? Right. No. Now you're on pause. Debbie says he's so adorable. Oh my gosh. I want to pet Jack. He is so cute. Thank you. He's very soft and very friendly. And Bubba. No, sir. No, sir. He wants to wipe his face all over my furniture in the living room, huh? That's what the furniture in here is for. You know better. That's right, on the bed. Whatever you'd like to do is fine with me. Oh, you're all wet. You are all wet, buddy. Okay. Anthony says, I have my own opinions on it, but my family hates that I speak my mind. Don't get me wrong, I love my brothers. We were extremely close, but that's a coward's way out. I think you're definitely entitled to your feelings about it. Eddie says, hi. Oh gosh, Eddie Elliott, you changed your name again. You've been here before. And I know you say that out of respect, but it is not respectful to other people. I'm just going to remove that one comment, but you're always welcome here. Anthony says, they just left more pain on our family, and it was especially hard for me because I could be there for my family at the time, given my circumstances. If you know, you know. Hamilton says, I guess that I needed another dose of perfectly gorgeous redhead. Oh, I also think that Cat is very pretty too. Thank you, Hamilton. That was very nice of you. Very sweet. Anthony, I just want to say, from a different perspective, I understand your perspective, but having been super depressed myself and been in that, faced with those thoughts in my head, sometimes you just aren't thinking about anything else except for the immense pain that you're in. And yes, it's very selfish, but I don't think when a lot of people are in that position, they can't help themselves. They can't see past what they're dealing with. Coffee Cake says, Anthony, it's hard. Between 2020 and 2022, lost 12 members, mostly family, some friends. It's like, where do they go? Yeah. Frenchie says, Coffee Cake. And Coffee Cake says, Frenchie. God bless you too, Eddie Elliott. Aw, thank you, Eddie Elliott. Same. I hope that you are blessed with a long life. Thank you. God bless you. Paul says 100 cat. Thank you, Paul. There are always two sides. John says, what in the name of cursed curios is going on here? That's great. Good morning, John. Inches, oof, of snow? Right. Do you think it's something else? You have I never even considered. Does it say snow? It does say snow, right? Yes, okay. That's just your, okay. 17% are over 10 inches. On 26, just 1 to 4. Talk to you later, Eddie. Anthony says, yes, coffee. Where are you from, if you don't mind me asking? I'm from New York, if you haven't seen me around before and heard. All right. Boom. Eddie says, I'm from Albany, New York. I do remember that now, you being from New York. And wondering, how do you get along? John McCauley, hello, you're from Albany, Oregon. Really? How interesting. We have an Albany, New York, and an Albany, Oregon. You know, John, our friend Wasa is in Portland. Anthony says, Eddie, that's what's up, big dog. Hamilton says, look at that soft, warm, cuddly, mushy poochie all curled up on the bed. He must be so warm and snuggly to sleep with. He is. It actually gets pretty hot. He's very warm. And do you think he sleeps like that when we're sleeping together? Heck no. You should have seen us last night. Jack was right there, but laying with his feet like this, totally stretched out across the bed. And when I tried to move him over, it took a long time to get him to move over. Let's just put it that way. A long time. Hamilton says that's hilarious. And Hamilton's living in Clifton Park, just outside of Albany, New York. Wow. Paul says, Cat, thank you for being here. Paul, thank you for being here. And you're welcome. And thank you. Yeah, I feel strange saying you're welcome because You guys do so much for me. Wassa says that's where they have all the plays they put on, right? Albany, Oregon. John Colley says Albany, Oregon, and Albany, New York have been going through a centuries-long blood feud. Many battles and even more deaths. The mythical grave fields of the two Albanys scatter the earth, leaching hatred into the soil. Wow, John, do you write books? Are you an author? Hi, Mustafa. How are you? Good morning. Anthony says so many New Yorkers in here. Much love. You guys know I was born in New York, right? More than you know. Anthony says, Mustafa, what's up, brother? Wessa says, John, that's incredible. If I typed hardly any of those words, YouTube would auto-delete my comment. I've documented it. John says, I've got a couple of published poems. Really? Wow. Nice. Where are they published at? Where will we find some of your work? I was born in Newburgh. I think my mom was living with her parents in Cornwall. I think. Does that make sense? I don't know the geography of New York. I don't know if Newburgh and Cornwall are close together or not. I did not go to school there. I went to school in Connecticut and then Florida. Lassa says, being an activist, though my account is under the strictest level of censorship. I can't even say words like tyranny. Really? Anthony says, it's funny, so many New Yorkers are attracted to your stream. I say that about Yogi and A Course in Miracles. So many people who are studying A Course in Miracles before they met Yogi, they just all end up being there. It's so interesting. Now, I know a lot of people are not, and they're just there to chat and have friends, but it's just interesting how that sort of thing happens. John says, I got initially published at age 15 by accident. Wow. I was trying to win tickets to an Ozzy concert. I misread the advertisement. It was sponsored by Ozzy. It's a coffee table book of poems. Really? How cool is that? Oh, Hamilton says, Newburgh. Glad you left for more interesting pastures. I hear it's not that great. John says, I didn't write the whole book, just one poem. I believe it's called Stars in Our Hearts. Oh, how nice. Are you published under the name John McCauley? The body's in the closet. Baby, I'm sorry. So is your poem named that, or is that the name of the coffee table book? I wrote it down. Everybody's saying hello to each other. John says, that's the name of the book. I have no idea what the poem is called now, and that was 15 years ago. Wow. You don't even own the coffee table book with your poem that was published in it? I wouldn't be able to help myself. I have to have the book. Anthony says, I'm doing good, Mustafa. Just coffee. Here we go again. Coffee with Cat. Typical morning before I head to Yogi's, debating on breakfast or not today. I say do breakfast. Paul says breakfast. I don't know if you were looking for votes, but we vote breakfast. Anthony says, Cat, you'd have a box of the books. I probably would. Of course, because you have to sign one and give it to your friends and show off a little. I just wouldn't be able to help myself. You're right. I'd have a box. Mustafa says, Anthony, you must eat breakfast, of course, but don't eat without me. Wait for me. Hi, Bridget. St. Bridget is from Essential Irish Queen. How are you, my friend? John McCauley says, I have another book I'm published in, but it was self-published by our creative writing group. That's it. Now I grow mutant ornamental hemp. Really, that is very cool. Very, very cool. Bridget says good, and you? I'm doing good, Bridget. Jack's doing good. Look at him. Just chilled over there. Mutant ornamental. I'm trying to figure out what that is exactly. No. Bridget says, watch your language. Anthony says, haha, if I eat breakfast, I don't skimp out. I gotta go do it right or not at all. Oh, there's no such thing as a light breakfast? Bridget says, we love our Jackie boy. Mustafa says, I wonder why dogs sleep more than cats. I don't know. It is a good question. Nona says, why is little Debbie on your bed? Oh, because I was lonely. That's the only excuse I have. I was lonely. But oh, anyways, it's Big Deborah, just to correct you. And good morning, No. Paul says, John, what is mutant ornamental hemp? That's what I said. You have videos on your channel. I was going to ask you that next. Awesome. I love that. Hi, Mustafa. I did say hello to you, my friend. Go to channel. Got his Aussie. You are definitely an Aussie fan. Smells like cake and skunk. Subscribe or you're lame as fuck. Enjoy this picture. So is this is ornamental hemp just the wording you use, or is it actually used as it actually used? Bridget says we love Big Dad. Thanks, Bridget. John says I crossed feral Australian hemp cultivars with medicinal strains to create a different leaf shape, like camouflage, or just to look cool. My main channel is Stick Rock Fire. I wrote that down. Bridget says behind on the chat, Cat. Yes, I guess I was. John says I was looking at John's website or channel, YouTube channel. John says legally it's hemp per the 2018 Farm Bill. Talon says, the scary lady is still here. I thought I dreamed it. Oh no, I'm sorry. She's for real. You missed it yesterday, Talon. We had her all disassembled and we were moving her. You hiding my shirt? She's hiding stuff behind her. I see you. You're a little crooked. Can I help? Oh, she's just crooked. Never mind. It's okay. Paul says, I know zero about hemp. Talon says she's pretty cute. She is, right? John says that doggy is so sweet. He is. He is very sweet. Except for you missed it when he was growling at me earlier. Growling at me when I had scissors in my hands. It's very dangerous. Magic Dragon, I was just thinking about you. Good morning. Magic's back. Rose, hello. Does Jack like being a pillow? Some dogs don't mind. He does not mind. I do sleep on him sometimes. Jack likes to pack sleep. So, no, he definitely does not mind being used as a pillow. Anthony says, Talon, I've called dibs on Big Deborah. Mustafa says, we should meet someday, have a meal, and spend a wonderful time together. Me and you, Cat and Jack, and Yogi and Squirrel, and Miss Flipper, and everyone. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? John McCauley says, oh no, he doesn't like haircuts. Neither does mine. Right. I was just trying to cut. He's got these Dr. Seuss, not Dr. Seuss, yes, Dr. Seuss type feet. Let me see. But do you see all this hair on his pads? So he's always sliding. And why are you already growling at me? I'm not doing anything. Oh my goodness. Oh, you stop. Look. Look. That's not nice. No. So that's why I don't really do his feet. I let the groomer do it because she will tell him, you knock it off. Don't you even start that. And she means business. And dogs really respond to her. You are so rotten. All right. I don't like it when he growls at me at all. But I'm getting better at staying calm. He used to really, really upset me. Magic says Debbie keeps texting me. Oh no. Anthony says Magic ain't no fun if the homies can't play. And Talon says I would never get in the way of true love. Bridget says I know I need to do a live. The last couple days haven't worked for it. That's fine. You know, you do it when you're ready. Talon says you have rustled the fluff tuffer. How dare you awaken thine slumber. Thank you, Bridget. Bridget says, Jackie, no growling at mommy. Hamilton says, does Jack shed? How do you manage his coat? Does shed. Irish setters shed really badly, I have to say. And on my bed, I don't even use a lint roller. I use a hairbrush. I brush the hair off the bed. That's how bad it is. And yes, you'll see little puffs of red hair, like tumbleweeds, rolling past on the floor. They're very shitty. Very shitty dogs. I'm sorry. I am still a little butthurt about that, Jack. Magic says Debbie keeps asking me to go out for shots. Yes, she does. She's that kind of girl. Talon says they were all perfectly folded. Bridget says, Ogie, don't be rude. And Anthony says, Ogie, I wish I could fold you like a lawn chair. Oh. I didn't see what happened. Rowan says, Rowan says, does Jack get treats when he behaves good? He does. He gets treats even when he doesn't behave good. He's a little spoiled. Right? Bridget is stating this the channel mission: be kind or be gone. And Mustafa says, be John says, my uncle used to have a timber wolf, very, very smart, but you had to respect it like a person. I bet. Wolves are really cool. I wouldn't want to own one though, because you see how much respect I garner around here from this one. I could not handle a German Shepherd or a dog that needed a very strong leader. Yeah, I fail. Doggo said the bed smells. It does. It probably does. Hamilton, tumbleweeds of hair. Yes, I kid you not. I vacuumed last night before I went to bed, or else I probably could find one for you. Normally I could. Oh, cat, do this. Princess Penelope pants. What is all that? Wait a minute. Okay. Oh my gosh, what was that? Hmm. Talon says, oh no, what I do, I don't know, Talon. I didn't get a chance to see any of it, but somebody took objection to something you said, my friend. John McCauley says, Little Debbie's baked beans. Big Deborah's baked beans? I didn't know she had baked beans. Oh, are you talking about Jack like being the baked bean dog? If not, some people say that. I'm just lost. Totally lost. Bridget says, oh, is that your pet? I'm sorry. Hamilton says, do you live on a farm and how much acreage? I have a little over 2 acres. It might have been a farm at one time, but no, it's just chickens. Just chickens. Mm-hmm. Roaz, I don't know. Hey, Bridget. Yeah, you are being super aggressive. Talon says, oh my gosh, don't bake her beans. They need to be harvested carefully. John says, it just sounds like ridiculous, like Mrs. Butterworth's sour cream. Does she have a sour cream? Anthony says, is it appropriate to ask if anyone here, I mean, besides John, participates in the green? Some of my friends swear by it, some don't. I'm always curious other people's thoughts on it. I know, Bridget, but I really don't want people modding. I want people just to be able to use it to get around. And what was I going to say? Oh, about the green. I'm in Tennessee where it's illegal. So I would have to say I don't. But a few miles down the road, there's Virginia, and it's legal there. I visit Virginia pretty frequently. But I don't do that because I work for Pepsi, and that would probably be against company policy. But I am friendly. My kids are friendly. Rua says, I've only known the word beads as the digits a cat or dog has. Really? I didn't even think about that. Toe beans. Yes. And we were talking about toe beans too. You want to see him growl at me again? You be nice. Be sweet. It's okay. We're just talking about all the hair. It's okay. Be sweet. Be sweet, puppy. Yes. You're right. Who ever thought of calling toes beans, anyways? Magic Dragon says, I like cherry Pepsi. How did we get on the cherry Pepsi? Oh, just speaking about Pepsi. John says, I'm in Oregon. I work at a dispensary. My job is literally selling herbal tea. LOL. My daughter works for Cookies in Florida. And we first met Cookies in California. So she was excited when Cookies came to Florida. Although it's not doing as well as they had expected, I guess because certain laws weren't passed. Wassa is in Oregon, and says Anthony, I was one of the bigger indoor growers and porters back in the 90s before decrim. People still thank me sometimes when they see me. Talon says, yes, I was talking about dog anatomy, toe beans and fiefs and princess pants. Bridget says, I'm drinking cherry Pepsi. How did you know? We are all in sync, I think. Ooh, I'm a poet, like John and Yogi. Roa says, some mods, yes. I agree, Roas, and I think, our friend Bridget is very protective, and I love her for that. But I do let a lot of things go because there can be some misperceptions and miscommunication. And I always give people a chance to change their minds. Wassa says, John, I'm in Portland. Are you the same one who is in Albany? And Anthony says, LOL, John, I didn't have to ask you. I figured out that you smoked very earlier. On one smoker to another, LOL. My birthday is 4/20. I just don't smoke very often anymore. Busy with life, but I do enjoy. Yeah, and I think for anxiety, I think it's super helpful. But it can become a crutch. There we go. Just like anything, right? You can take it a little too far. Wassa says, John, I know the secret grafting technique that Portland growers created. The super strains back in the day. Neat. Paul says, I never even smoked a cigarette. Oh, Paul. I would not say you're missing out on the cigarettes, that's for sure. But I have to say, back in the day, like when I was a teenager and smoked, it was a lot different. Like the paranoia part of whatever we were smoking was real. And nowadays, it doesn't seem to be the same. It is much more mellow and enjoyable. And I don't know if that's because of the strains that are out now versus back then. I'm not sure. Talent says cigarettes bad. Doggy thief's good. Bridget says, I don't smoke, but others can if they so choose. Rose says, I see. Thank you for your input. Sometimes you have to get an idea of what the chat audience is trying to say. Not everyone is disrespectful, just use words differently. I agree. Definitely agree. Paul says, I live a boring life. I don't know, Paul. I think your glasses have gone off on some adventure. Anthony says, Paul, good for you, brother. I started eating edibles as of late. I just don't enjoy smoke being in my lungs as often anymore. I agree. Talon says, how can you be bored with this channel? Aw, thank you, Talon. Wassa says, John, and if you don't know what that word is, look into them. We went through Oregon, that area I was telling you about, Wassa, that magical little right off the highway town with all the little magical hobbit houses. There was also a lot of very tall fences. Did we go through Humboldt County? I think so. I think so. There was definitely a feeling of don't be peeking over people's fences. Paul says thumbs up to Anthony. Talon says, oh my gosh, get those cooties. Jack doesn't have cooties. I do. Those are mine. Jack just has really dry skin. Huh, Bubba? It's terrible. It's terrible being a sensitive redhead. Bridget says, Hobbit houses, like literally from the movie. That is the style and just the magical quality to these homes. Talon says, winter is so dry. Yes. Paul says, if I would have had friends growing up, I might have had done more things. Paul, you are going to have to write down your story one day. We just don't have enough time in the day for me to ask you all the questions I want to ask you. You drop these little uh, these little bombs of information. I'm like, oh, I want to know more. I need to know more. Bridget says, so they're not actually the ones from the movies. That would be so cool to see, though. No, I don't think they're. I don't. I don't remember the movie. I just. We had just came out of the redwood forest, and we're driving, and we were around Mount Shasta, and everything was kind of crazy and magical. And there was just this one area we had to go through in Oregon. Now, yeah, I can only explain it as hobbit houses. My kids say it too. Anthony says, wait, where did Anna and Coffee go? It's turned into a boys' talk show, LOL, and our homie Cat and Queen, but they're like one of the guys to me. Lady Sky, good morning, Mary. How are you? John says, we're talking about grafting. It isn't a method of exchanging DNA. Where's Marvin when you need him? Lady Sky says, hi, Cat&Jack. Bridget says, I am not one of the guys. I am a woman, Anthony. Lady Sky says, 22 days till St. Patrick's Day. Awesome. Paul says, thank you, Lady Sky. Paul says, I told my dog everything and escaped into art. Aw. Aw. Paul, I love you so much. Wassa says, those are in Mosier. I realized it. Actually, I have been through there. Okay, that's the name of the place. I'm going to write it down and look into it. They're in Mosier. I actually have been through there. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Wassa. Magic Dragon says, Lady Sky, hello. And Lady Sky says hello back. And John says, I'll have more seeds available by December. Nice. Anna says, I am. Oh, I'm behind. I'm still here, Anthony, but I was busy but listening at the same time. Let's see if anything else. I got behind. Everybody just saying hello. Anthony says, LOL. Busy doing what, Anna? I want to be nosy. She's probably still doing all those squats. That girl, burpees and squats. She is amazing. Lady Sky says hello to Anthony, and Magic Dragon says love the Irish ladies. Kyle Candy Bars, hello. Just got my second mod on another channel. I know, I saw you on the other channel. I saw you, Kyle. And she's not even hosting her live stream. I saw you. I got my eye on everything, Kyle. I just want you to know. Bridget says, Anna sends love. Anthony says, hi, Lady Sky. And Dragon says, I can't believe I am up at 3 a.m. again. Did you stay up? Or did you wake up? Why'd I do that? I don't know. Kyle says, you did? What channel? Kyle, I am not going to advertise another channel while I'm in the middle of live streaming. Unless we're really, well, we are friends. I'm still not saying. I saw you. Bridget says, no Daniel today? No, and it's 5:02. Magic Dragon says, I woke up. Well, thank you for waking up for us, Magic Dragon. Anna says, doing some paperwork and tidying some stuff up, Anthony. Lady Sky says, it's 4 a.m. here. Bridget says, sad, Bridget. Bridget, so do you know what you're going to do today? I mean, are you going to live stream? I need to start practicing staying up after live streaming, so it's not a big deal when I go back to work. So I'm going to try to stay up for a while, and I don't think I've taken any Benadryl, so I should be okay. Let's see, Chef Mary is already there, dropping all her cute little emojis. Bridget says, I'll try, but I don't have tomorrow's quote ready. Okay. I just want to know how much effort should I put into looking for you. This is the link to Yogi's live stream this morning if anybody's interested in hanging out. Hey, Paul, be careful when you go out today. Be careful on your walk. Anthony says, Anna, Sundays are my deep cleaning days, so no tidying up today. Everything is spotless. I may or may not have OCD. Magic Dragon says, I am doing good or okay for being up at 3 a.m. You are. You're pretty coherent. I understand what you're typing. Good for you. Paul sending peace and love, and Anthony says, take care of my brother. Yes. All right, let's do this. Big sigh from Jack. Oh gosh, yes. I think we're good. What do you think, Jack? Say, it's going to be very cold today. We are going to huddle up and hang out in the house. And Anthony says, take care, my brother. Paul, Lady Sky says, a man cleaning his place is awesome to see. It's super attractive, isn't it, Lady Sky? All my husbands were like that. I agree. That's hot. Bridget says, kisses, Jackie. We love you, St. Bridget. Thank you for being here. All right, guys. We love all of you, actually. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we love you. If you haven't heard it from anybody this morning, I love you. Oh, Magic Dragon says Scooby said hi to Jack. Hi, Scooby. All right, guys. We'll do it again tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get to see you.